Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is really exciting because we are going to be doing a full face of first impressions. I recently just got all of this stuff in the mail. I've been kind of waiting on it so that I can film this video. But we have got all kinds of new products to try and I am so excited. So before we get into this video though, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and make sure you hit the little notification bell. I'll upload every Thursday and Friday, except for next week. I have a video that's going to go up on Wednesday because Wednesday is Christmas. So I'm going to put my Christmas look or whatever up on that day so you guys can get ready with me. So I'll do Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But normally my schedule is going to be Thursday and Friday. And then make sure you follow me on all of my socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I've got a giveaway going on my Instagram right now. I'm giving away a Laura Lee Los Angeles loose highlighter and the Tarte Shape Tape powder, setting powder. So yeah, make sure that you go subscribe or follow me on Instagram. All of the rules are over there to enter. And without further ado, all right, so to get started, first things first, I'm just going to pin my hair back really quick so that I do not play with my hair this entire video, because now that I am doing YouTube full time, I have been filming a lot and I have noticed like a lot of videos that I have not uploaded because all I do is play with my hair. So like people don't want to see that. So the first thing that we're going to go in with is, where did it go? Here it is. This is actually a tester of the product. This is the YSL Blur Primer. I have never tried anything from YSL. I got a bunch of samples from this lady who works at Ulta back when I used to work at Suntan City, and I haven't got the chance to try any of it out yet just because I've been so busy where I used to work full time. But now that I'm focusing on YouTube as my full-time job, I have a lot more time to sit down and play with makeup. I don't know why I'm rubbing that down my neck. I always rub all of my primers down my neck. So yeah, the next thing we're gonna go in with, I'm super excited about. I've heard such good things about this foundation, but I haven't tried it yet, and it came out forever ago. This is the Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. It has this little drip topper. I am in the shade Sand Beige. At least I think I am. Hopefully I did a good job of matching myself. So I guess I'm just gonna put it on like that. I mean, I don't know how much to put on, but I always put on a lot of foundation anyway. And then to blend that out, I'm going in with my dampened beauty blender. I always put it back in this little thing after I'm done because it just keeps it protected. I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend that out on the face. It looks like I did pick a good color. I haven't tanned in a while, so I am very pale right now. So it looks like this is gonna be a nice shade for me. And it is a very full coverage, I'm noticing. I've got this to be right in front of me since I can't see like on the monitor like normal. But it's covering a lot of my imperfections. It does say it lasts up to 24 hours. I'm not going to do a wear test today just because I am pre-filming all of these videos. I have this one, and then tomorrow's coming up this week, and then I have to film my videos for next week because I'm going to be out of town. So I'm not going to do a wear test, but this is a very nice foundation upon first impression. There is a couple of spots where I have really broken out that is not being covered, but that's because these pimples are like ready to pop. But we will cover that up with some concealer. But it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I really put anything on, and you guys saw how much that I put on. This is a mattifying foundation, and I'm not seeing any like shininess coming through, although I do have very dry skin. So I can't really tell just yet, but I'll let you know, like, it's like when we go through the video, if it's drying out my skin or not. But this is an HD foundation, so you can like use it for flash photography. Like, so if you're getting married or something like that, and you're going to be in a lot of pictures, this would be a good foundation to go to. This and the Kokie foundation that I tried out forever ago. But this is only $10.99 at Ulta, or you can go to Catrice.com and get the foundation. I will link all of these products in the description box below. I'll probably write them down as I'm editing these videos because I'm going to be using a lot of products today, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to, remember them all. So next up for concealer, we're going in with the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. This packaging is literally so stinking cute. It looks like a little pencil. And I've heard great things about this one too, and I just haven't had the chance to try it, so I'm gonna go ahead. This is what the Dofa looks like. It's not quite as big as the Tarte Shape Tape or the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Born This Way concealer, but we will see how it works. It's not, oh, never mind, no, it is very flexible. Like, it'll bend wherever you want it to go. I'm using the shade number 3. I wasn't quite sure what shade to get because I didn't know exactly how pale I was. So this is pretty nice. It is just a couple shades lighter than the foundation, which is what I was going for, just because I like a really bright under eye. I will say I am having to like dip back in here a lot. You don't get a lot of product on the Dofa itself, like with the Tarte Shape Tape or with the Too Faced one. You get a lot of product and you don't have, like, on the first thing, so you don't have to like continuously dip back in. But we will blend her out and see how she does. I'm just going to take the pointy side of my Beauty Blender and start to blend out. I will say it is very easy to blend out. I'm not really doing much, and it doesn't take very long to blend out, so that's nice. And it is very, very full coverage. I will say that. My dark circles are completely covered. I did not get a lot of sleep last night, so that's really nice. And I noticed it's not really soaking in to the beauty sponge. I mean, it's soaking in a little bit, but not nearly as much as like the foundation did. So, I mean, that's good. I don't know if like my Beauty Blender is just not damp enough for it to be soaking in. I don't know. I have no idea. But it looks really nice. I'm just gonna move my nose over. I have this huge honker. Get on the other sides and make sure I've got all of my creases blended out. Now this does say it's a creaseless concealer, but I don't trust it, so I am going to set my under eyes. I always set my under eyes. And to set the under eyes, I don't have anything new to try, so I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Reserve My Cabana, or Reserve Your Cabana. And I'm just going to go in with the same side of the beauty sponge and set that down. And I'm not really using a lot, I'm just putting it in there 3 times. And just setting the under eye. My dog is barking. And then I just went ahead and used that to set my eyelids as well. So that is it for the sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her away in her little case. I think these things are so stinking cute. I got this in like one of the Beauty Blender gift sets. I got like 2 beauty blenders and then 2 of the sponges, or 2 of the soaps, and then I got this with it, and it was like 40 bucks. It was so cute. All right, so next up, to set the rest of the face, I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Setting Powder. I do have a giveaway going on with this. I accidentally ordered 2 instead of 1, so that's over on my Instagram. So I am just going to use the little powder puff, and I'm just going to press down. The packaging is really nice. It's got this little net so that you don't use too much. But I have been liking, I've seen the trick of like beauty gurus using the puff to set their entire face, and it packs it on, I guess, a little bit better and more precisely, and you don't look cakey. So I'm just going to use the puff that it comes with, and then I'm just going to touch like sides of my face right here where I'm going to put bronzer, and I notice it's not coming off like on my skin, so that's how I know that it is nice and set. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Morphe setting spray. I'm just going to set all of that down, because we've got all of our base products locked down. So our base is done, except for like bronzer, highlight, blush, but I'm actually going to go into eyes really quick. I'm going to be using the Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the Nudie Patootie palette. Sorry, I'm trying to open it without. And this is what the palette looks like. I'm just gonna bend it so that you guys can't see the mirror. But this is what the palette looks like. It is literally so stinking pretty. It is every neutral girl's dream. And I'm a neutrals girl. But it does have a little bit like pops of color. Like this one right here, Jaybird, is like a pink glitter. And then like these 2 right here, they've got some yellows and some pinks. So I'm definitely going to play around with this palette. I'm just gonna grab my eye brushes really quick. And the first shade that I'm going to go in with, and I'm just going to reset my eyes. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. This is called Streaking. Some of these shades, like the names are kind of hilarious. So just bear with me. So I'm going to use that shade just to set down my eye, and it does actually have some pigment to it. Or some color to it. It's not exactly like my eyelid. It's got a little bit of a pinky undertone to it, but that's okay. We're just putting something down so that the shadows can blend together very nicely. Sorry, I've got eyelashes that are coming off, and I'm like, just come off already. Okay. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush. This is the JH33 from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. And I think I'm gonna go into, let me see here. I'm gonna go into this shade right over here, this pink shade. This is called Bear. And I'm just going to blend that in my transition area. Oh my gosh, that color, if it's that pigmented on my eye, I'm going to like freak out. I'm so excited. I'm just gonna blend that into my transition area, which is the upper part of the crease, because we do want this shade to peek through the rest of the colors that we're gonna place on our eyeballs. I'm just gonna dip back in, do the other eye. I blended that out, and I did not have to dip back in. So these colors are very pigmented. They blend very nice so far. I've only used 2, but I really am liking them. They're pigmented. They're super pretty. Okay, I'm going to save that brush because I'm going to use it again to blend out the next color that I'm going to use. But I think for the next shade, I'm going to go in just a little bit darker. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This is called Butt Naked. And I'm just going to take my brush, swirl it, swirl it, swirl it, wipe off the excess, and then start blending that into my crease just to deepen it up and to define it. Again, very, 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 very pigmented. Hope you guys can see what's going on my eyes. I can't really zoom you guys in anymore. I am on my phone. We're still trying to figure out my new camera. So bear with me on that. I'm by myself, so I don't have my husband to help me. When I have him here, I use the camera so that he can focus it and everything like that, but we're trying to figure out the autofocus on it so that I can film by myself, just because my husband works 2 jobs, and so it's kind of hard for us to really find time together to sit down and film. So we're trying to figure out the autofocus so that I can film by myself, so that I can give you guys as many videos as possible. Once I can start filming by myself with my new camera, I'm gonna probably upload more. Like I know Tati used to upload every single day, where I'm trying to make this my full-time job. That's probably what I'll do. You'll probably get videos out of me every single day, but I'm not really sure right now. I'm just kind of waiting to see if I'm gonna be able to use my camera by myself. Just because I can't, like right now I'm filming 4 videos on my phone, and it's probably gonna die before the end of this one. So I have to go get my cord, plug it up, overheat it, and it's just not fun. So next up, I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade in the palette. It's this one right here. It's called Nakey Nakey. And I'm just going to take a brush. Let me see here. I'm trying to find one. Here we go. I'm gonna use this Luxie brush. This is a mini tapered 1-to-1. You can see it's very, very small, very, very precise. So I'm gonna go in with this brush with the shade Nakey Nakey, and I'm just going to smoke out the outer portion of my eye. First, I'm going to pack it on, and then I'm going to blend it out. So hopefully you guys can see. But yeah, like I said, I really hope, you know, that this works out for me, because, you know, everybody knows now, so I can tell you guys that I am pregnant, and I really, really, really would like to stay home with my kids, but I've got to make this work out so that I can. So I'm probably going to be uploading every single day after I get that camera figured out. But yeah, I really do I love sitting down and just talking to a camera. I guess just because I like to talk to myself. I don't really know. But I don't know. I like to sit down and really play, you know, with makeup, because it's something that I haven't really been passionate about for long. Just because I couldn't figure it out, like, to save my life. I used to be a cheerleader, and I always used to get like so jealous of this one girl who done her makeup so beautifully. Like, if she ever starts a YouTube channel, I'm going to like freak out, because she's so good at makeup. But I used to just sit there and like admire her. I used to stare at her and like see how pretty, you know, that she would like. I mean, she was pretty without makeup, but I mean, like, she was drop dead gorgeous. When she come to school, false eyelashes and everything. Like, she done it all. And I mean, she just looked so stinking beautiful. And I've always wanted to learn how to do my makeup. And so when I moved to Kentucky, I told myself, well, it was actually a little bit before I moved to Kentucky. I was still in Ohio at the time. I'm just going to take the shade Bare, or I'm going to take the shade Nikki Nikki and pack it on my under eye. But I started getting into it right after I graduated, and I was like, what a perfect timing, you know. My high school career is over, you know. But I really started getting into it like more so when I moved to Kentucky, because that's when I discovered I discovered YouTube, and saw that people were actually like doing their makeup, and like, so I would just watch. I remember I started watching Kelly Strack. She's amazing. I will link her channel down below. Go subscribe to her. She's amazing. She's so beautiful, and she really taught me so much. And she wasn't really YouTube famous at the time. I think she only had maybe 10,000 subscribers when I started watching her. But she is literally so stinking talented. And then I started watching like Laura Lee and Jaclyn Hill, and like all the big YouTubers that I didn't really know were big. And so I started learning, and I was like, you know, I could do that. You know, once I started learning and I figured out like how they were doing their makeup and their tips and tricks, I started doing it to myself. And then I started like figuring out what worked for me, what didn't work for me. And then I started like learning more about products, and I started learning, you know, about what goes into, you know, the eyeshadow. How do you know that it's pigmented? How do you know that it's blending, you know, nicely? And so I really did do a lot of, you can ask my husband, I feel so sorry for him. We were dating at the time. I'm just going to spray my flat definer brush. And I literally watched hours upon hours upon hours of YouTube just trying to learn. So that's a little bit of my story. But yeah, I really, really do enjoy doing my makeup. It's relaxing. And a lot of people were like, Melissa, you're so good. Why do you not post on YouTube? And I was like, I don't know. So then I was just like, all right, I guess I'm going to start. But if I'm going to start it, I'm going to do it right. So, you know, I ordered all the lights. I ordered the backdrop holder, which I'm going to start using again here soon. I don't know. I just kind of liked the more personal background, but I was like, you know, and then I had just a small little video camera. And I was like, all right, look, I'm not going to order an $800 camera. You know, I just spent $200 on lights, $50 on a background. So let's just start from here. And then my husband was like, you know, you really could do this, you know, for a living. And I was like, well, if we're going to do this for a living, you know, we need to invest. We need to get a camera. So we bought the camera on Black Friday. And so that's why we're still trying to figure it out. Because we literally just got it like a month ago. And so, yeah, now we are focusing on YouTube, and he said he would do whatever it took to support me. So, that's a little bit of my story. Sorry, I didn't mean to get on that topic. I don't know how we got on that topic, but we did. I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to go in with the shade Topless first, and then I'm going to top it off with the Jaybird shade. I'm going a little glam today. I'm feeling it. So yeah, so far I really, 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 really like this palette. It's very pigmented. The shadows are blending wonderfully. This Topless shade is literally so stinking pretty. It's literally just a sheen. It's like a pink, but you can see just a little tiny bit of sparkle. But we are going to top it off with that glitter shade, which I'm probably going to regret because I have 3 more videos to film, and I'm going to have glitter all over my face for the rest of the day. So, but I don't care. I'm not experiencing too much fallout with this palette. I probably will with the glitter, but I'm like looking at my under eyes, and I'm really not seeing anything, which is really good. So I'm going to go in with the shade Jaybird right now. I don't know if I should do it with the brush or if I should do it with my hand. So I guess I'm going to try the brush first. Oh yeah, this is so freaking pretty. Oh. Okay, it is getting everywhere, but I don't even care. It is literally so stinking pretty. All right, I'm just gonna go in, I guess with my ring finger. I've got these nails, so I don't really know how it's gonna go. But oh my gosh. The shade is stunning. It's got little flecks of gold in it. So it's like pink, but it's gold. I'm digging it. Like in one eye, I really like it. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead with my finger on the other eye really quick. Yes. So stinking pretty. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in with that brush that I used to Nakey Nakey on, and I'm just going to kind of blend out the harsh lines. Okay, and then for my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with the shade right here. It's called Exposed. I'm just gonna take that on a small brush. This is a JH42. I'm just gonna pick that up and put it on my inner corner. Pack a little bit more on there. It's not really as blinding as I want it to be. There we go. That's pretty. And then I think just to brighten it up a little bit, I'm gonna go in with the white shade in the palette, Stark. And I'm gonna kick off the excess on that one because I'm prepared for that to be like, yeah, extremely blinding. So really quick, I'm just gonna take a brush and wipe away the glitter, the Fallout glitter. So that looks good. I'm just really peeking at my under eyes here, just trying to see if that concealer is creasing, and it's not. So that is good. I'm really quickly just going to do my brows. And then I'm going to highlight the brow bone with those two shades as well. I'm just going in with the NYX brow pencil that I always use. I don't have a new brow pencil. I know that, I think like Revlon and e.l.f. just came out with like brows. And I know Tarte just came out with a new brow product that I've like really wanted. But like I said, my husband's working 2 jobs. I'm not working anything. So I'm trying to just use kind of what I have. But I did order these on Black Friday. And I used my points. Like I ordered the Laura Lee stuff on Black Friday. And that kind of took forever to come in just because of the high amount of orders coming in, because this came in like a bundle. I got like highlighters and a lipstick and everything. So that kind of took a minute, but that's okay. And then I ordered stuff from Ulta. I had points. I had like $80 worth of points. And so I was like, all right, well, let me just go ahead. Since I won't be able to buy anything for a while, I've got some stuff that I can use, stuff that I can make contact out of. You know, like we did our Boxy Deluxe. My Ipsy did come in, but I didn't film because I know I like to do the Ipsy versus BoxyCharm. And since it was a Boxy Deluxe month, I was like, well, we can just kind of wait until January to get back on the base boxes. But that's kind of why I just decided to go ahead and place a few orders. But I think I only spent like this palette and the 3 highlighters that came with it and the lipstick was like $40, which is amazing because that's the price of the palette in itself. And then I only spent $30 at Ulta after using my points, and that's because I accidentally ordered a second Tarte Shape Tape setting powder. I was really bummed about it. I was like, oh, dang. But I was like, I'm not going to return it. I'll just give it away. Because it ain't worth it. Like, I can manage without $30. so that's gonna do for now. This brow is a little bit thicker than the other, but oh well, I'm not really worried about it. But I am gonna go in with, I'm gonna mix those shades, the Stark and Exposed, and I'm going to do my brow bone highlight. That's so pretty. Okay, so that is it for the eye look. I'm going to just really quickly, I don't have a new eyeliner, so I'm just going to use my Hank & Henry one that I got in my BoxyCharm forever ago. So I just moved the mirror a little bit closer to my face so that I can see. I'm not going to do a wing. I'm going a little glam, but I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to do a line because I'm trying out a new mascara, so I'm not going to put on any falsies. Okay, and then I am going to take this Wet n Wild liner and put it in my waterline. And then for mascara, I'm going in with, I got this in my Ipsy bag, like my original one. I'm going in with the Thrive Cosmetics. This is the Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. This is what it looks like. And then let me show you the wand. This is what the wand looks like. It's super thin, like at the top or at the point of it, but then it gets thick. So it's, I can tell it's going to be volumizing. So I'm just going to apply this to my lashes. Got a little bit on my under eye here. Wow. Woo! I got a little bit of that on my under eye. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, I'm just going to take a little bit of that concealer. Just dab a little bit of it on there. Because I accidentally... There we go. Now you can't even tell. Okay, so I'm just going to really quickly do the other eye. Oh. Okay, so that is the completed eye look. The mascara is actually very voluminous. I normally have like 0 eyelashes, so I'm actually really excited about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the face. I don't have any new bronzer, so I'm just gonna go in and bronze the skin up with my Physicians Formula butter bronzer. You guys already know I love this stuff. I haven't really used it much because I was testing out some new bronzers. But I do really enjoy this one a lot. And this is in the deep shade. This isn't the like original one. I'm just using this to bronze up the skin, and I will go in with Hoola, Benefits Hoola to contour. And I'm just gonna bronze up my neck here and contour out my double chin, especially now that I'm pregnant. Like, I have noticed that my face is the first to blow up instead of like my belly. And I really haven't, and I haven't gained any weight. I've lost weight. So I'm actually really confused, but oh well. I stopped drinking as much soda because normally I drank like a 12-pack a day of Mountain Dew. And then I found out I was pregnant and I was like, you can only have 1 cup of coffee a day. So I was like, I can only have 1 can of soda a day. So that's actually how I lost weight, is I started drinking more water instead of soda. I haven't really like been exercising or anything like that, like any extra than like what I normally do. So I don't know, like I walk up the stairs a couple of times, like to do laundry on a day-to-day basis, because now I'm a housewife and so I have to keep my house clean. But it's okay. It's okay, Melissa. I'm a little bit of a loser, but it's okay. I don't mind. Just chiseling out my double chin. Okay, and then I'm going to really quickly just contour out my nose because my nose is a little bit crooked, so I like to make it look straight. And I got my mom's nose. I have a little bit of a hump right here in my nose, so I try to hide it as much as possible, even though like I'm not embarrassed by it at all. Like, I think like my mom is gorgeous. She's a very beautiful woman. And I take, like, I kind of look, I have a mix of my mom and my dad. Yeah, you're supposed to. But like, I've noticed I have my dad's eyes. I have my mom's nose. And then I've got like, my mom has really like full and luscious lips, and my dad has very thin lips, and I'm like in the middle. I'm like, why couldn't you have given me big lips? But I solved that by contouring. I cracked myself up. Okay, and then for blush, I'm just gonna go in with this little mini Tarte one right here. This is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, and this is in the shade Party Dress. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna take this brush. I've really been liking this for blush, although it is actually supposed to be for setting your face and bronzer, but I don't really care. I use it for blush. This is the Complex Culture brush. It's press and set bronzer brush. So, but I use it for blush. I think it just applies it very nicely. I don't know. I've been into using like a bigger brush for blush. That way it doesn't come like really harsh. Just because I don't really use a lot of blush because I like to hide the redness. Obviously, I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my nose, forehead, which is why like I use full coverage foundation and I conceal and stuff like that. But I like a hint of color, like to add a little bit of life back into the skin. And I've got 2 highlighters here. I have the shade Sweet and Saucy, and then the shade Sugar and Spice. And this one is actually more of like a pinky highlighter, where this one is, the Sugar and Spice is kind of like a golden highlighter. So I think what I'm going to do, because I want to use both, I'm going to use Sweet and Spicy on my cheekbones, and then I'm going to use the rosy one on my nose. That way you guys can see both of them in action. So I did just dump a little bit into the cap And then I'm just going to take my Morphe, this is the M510. I'm just going to pick a little bit of that up. Oh, okay. That is very, very, very nice. It's definitely pigmented. Excuse me. Very, very pigmented. Very blinding, which is good, because I like a blinding highlight. So yeah, kudos to you, Miss Laura Lee. These are pretty. Wow, that is stunning. Okay, and so I'm just going to dump that back in the little thing. And I do like this because it has, I don't know if you can see, but you can twist it so that the highlighter doesn't spill out everywhere. So I really do like that as far as the packaging goes. But that one is really, really pretty. And now I'm going to dip into the rosy one for my nose. I'm not going to use too much of it. Let me see if I can find a smaller brush really quick, just so I can be as precise as possible. I'll use this one. I'm going to use the Sigma Large Fluff. This is the E50, and I'm just going to pick a little tiny, I'm trying to like separate this so I don't pick up too much. I'm just going to place this down the center of my nose. Which I will say, this one is actually really pretty. I do like the pinky undertone, kind of. It kind of makes me, especially like in the winter months, it kind of like makes me look like, you know, I've got the Rudolph thing going on. But it actually is very, very pretty, very, very pigmented. These highlighters are so freaking cute. I love them. So, two more things here. I'm not going to test out a new liner because I don't have one. So I'm just going to use this Profusion. This is the Matte Bare lip liner. Because we are going in with a nude lip. We're going in very neutral today. Okay. And I really like to line the lips now. Normally I used to just go in free-handed, but I do like to line them just so that I don't go too much on my lipstick. Because I normally, like I used to go whoop, and it used to make my lips look crazy. And it would mess up my entire lipstick, or my entire look. Next I'm going in with the Laura Lee liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Topless. This is literally so stinking pretty, this packaging. And this doe-foot is really nice. It looks like it's going to fit right in between like my Cupid's bow. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this shade. Stunning. Wow. And this is very nice too. I have not had to dip the stick back in, but it's very full coverage on my lips, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I think I have found my new nude lipstick. I love this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spray with the Morphe Set and Prep. Stunning. I literally love this look. I really do. I spilled everything. I'll clean it up in a minute. I really do like the way that this look turned out. You can still see my little mascara mishap, but good thing I'm not going anywhere. But I really do enjoy this foundation upon first application and first impression. It is very full coverage. The concealer is very full coverage as well. It blended out very easily and it has not creased. So I don't know if that's the powder or if that's the concealer. I guess I should have left one unset. But I set everything, so. The Shape Tape powder was really good. It felt really nice on the skin. It didn't feel like I was just caking my skin, and my skin doesn't look cakey. Eyeshadow palette was a plus. You guys already know I love eyeshadow. I love warm tone neutrals, and that's what this palette is. And the lipstick is literally beautiful. And then the mascara, let me examine. I really do like the mascara. I like a more dramatic lash though here lately, so I probably will go ahead and put my false lashes on like in a future video. But I do really like the way this look turned out. So that is it for this video, and don't forget to like the video if you like what you saw, and then make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you think a little bit differently about the products, how you use the products, let me know. I'm very curious to hear y'all's opinions. And then don't forget to go over into my Instagram and enter the giveaway. I'll let you guys know next Wednesday or next Tuesday on my Instagram who the winner is. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.